Hello everyone and welcome back to Making Interstellar Redux. Today we have the end of season review of our first half season in charge of Ajax. Now if you've been keeping up to date with the episode, you'll know it was a very successful season. We won the second Euro Cup or Europa League in the club's history, and we salvaged a second place finish in the Eredivisie, which will put us in good stead for next season, where we try and build our all-Dutch team. But before we get into next season and what's going to be going on there, what we're going to do is just going to go through what happened in the season just gone. So I think really, I guess the best place to start will be our Euro Cup run. So if we just get into the schedule here and we will filter it. Are they in the Super Cup? No, they weren't. There we go. Okay, so funny, we only lost one game the whole tournament. I wasn't in charge for the group stages, so we won't look into that. But our run in the knockout stages wasn't exactly easy. We had Champions League finalists of last year, Benfica. We got a 1-1 draw away from there at home. We beat them 2-0 at home. We then had probably a good draw for us. Even though we lost the first leg, we knew we were better than Feyenoord, and we smashed them 6-1 at home. Victoria Plzen, bit of a strange one. I was expecting them to be easier, but they really did push us all the way until Luke decided he was going to start scoring properly in the Europa League. He put 4 past them. It was a very tight game, that one, and one that they could have won if it on another day. We then had a team I'm very familiar with, Roma. And it was quite nice to be able to go back to Rome and say, look, just because I'm not in charge of Inter anymore doesn't mean I'm not going to still beat you. And we won 3-1 away from home. We got the 1-0 draw at home. And then we beat a very, very poor Arsenal team 2-1 in the final. They haven't been great in this save. They're going to be losing a lot of their good players. But we came from behind, 2 goals shortly before half-time by Luke, getting us the result there. Now, in terms of the league, not really much for me to cover because I was only in charge of half of it. So let's just have a look at the Eredivisie table. Unfortunately, that's not complete yet, so we won't worry about that. But as you can see, we've qualified for the Champions League. I can't remember if that's for our league finish or just because we won the Europa League. It doesn't matter. We were clear of AZ Alkmaar by 5 points in the end. Since I took over, we only lost 3 games and we won 14, which is very good. Obviously 21 points off PSV, but they were already very clear of us when we took over, when we were sitting in 9th position. I'll just show you the past positions. This is when I took over match day 18, where we beat Heerenveen 4-2. As you can see, it's just steady going up. After my first game in charge, we jumped to 7th, then up to 6th, then up to 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and that's where we stayed for the rest, which is good. We've got a lot to build on for next year. Obviously PSV have been dominating this league recently, 4 times in a row now, including this season, so we've got to put a stop to that next year, and hopefully we can stop them. Now let's just look at the top goal scorers and things like that. The one name that sticks out is Luke. 33 goals this year, 26 goals in 17 starts in the league, 35 in 26 overall for us since signing in January. What a player! When you sign a player like him, you want him to score goals, but you don't expect him to be that good, and he's just been phenomenal. And he's going to lead the line for us next year and hopefully get a similar return. Even if he just averages a goal a game, that'd be perfect, rather than, well, it's pretty much a goal every 2 games, isn't it? Almost. Well, not really, but one every goal. But it's just fantastic finish, fantastic ratio. And he was obviously the star man for us. And I can't have any complaints about him. Highest average rating, highest amount of goals. And he wasn't, and his, only 26 appearances, 35 goals. Incredible. Now, in terms of next year, obviously we want to build that older Dutch squad. And we have got quite a few Dutch players. We have 9. Oh, I might not have highlighted them. Let's double check that. Yeah, 10. So we're going to be. I really want to get the whole Dutch squad as soon as possible. So I'm going to be looking to sell all of the foreign players this year. With a little bit of luck, we'll be able to achieve that. Obviously, we need to make sure the quality's there. But looking at the scouting we've got done, there is a lot of good Dutch talent. If it loads, yeah, that is interesting. one name that did stick out was Kyle Abicillo, ex-Arsenal. Also, I saw Wijnaldum down there from PSV. If we can take a few players of PSV, I'll be very happy. That's what I did with Juve, and we won the league and the Champions League that year. But I haven't been set my budgets for next year by the board yet. So that's something we're going to have to look at once we get our budgets. But if you look at the value of the players we're trying to sell, 7.5 million, 5, 4, 4. You know, we've got money to play with. So next year we're going to be looking to hopefully get that old Dutch squad. If we win the league, that's a bonus. If we don't get the old Dutch squad, it's going to be disappointing. But really, we want to win the league next year, regardless of the squad we have. And then hopefully, maybe next year, once we've... if we don't get the all Dutch squad this season coming up, the season after that we'll definitely have it. And hopefully that year we can push on, win the league. And then maybe we can move on to club. But we're loving it here at Ajax at the moment. If we could do domestic double next year, that'd be perfect. European Champions Cup, or Champions League, rather. That's just a bonus. We'll see how we do in that one once we've drawn in the groups. I think we should be first seeds if I remember correctly, because we did win the Europa League. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll wait and see on that one, which would be good because it means we can avoid some of the better teams. Now, before we carry on, we're just going to check how our ex-club Inter Milan did. I honestly have no idea. Let's just have a look into... Here we go. And they finished second in the Serie A. That's really disappointing. They finished 2 points behind Sampdoria, who are surprise winners. Berardi had a good year for him. But I have kept an eye on their squad throughout the season, and it's really disappointing what they've done to it. I had an all-Italian squad, and then all of a sudden they've got Portuguese, Romanian, Serbian, Spanish, Ghanaians, Germans and French. It took them like a season to ruin everything I'd built. Pirlo's unhappy there. Why is Pirlo unhappy? Agbate's unhappy. And I'm really disappointed. I really am disappointed. I mean, I knew they wouldn't keep my Italian thing up, but the players, they've ruined some of the players. I mean, Balotelli, where's he on the goals? Oh, it's assists, that's why. I mean, Balotelli only was 17 this year. Gabbiadini, they signed from Sampdoria. So Zaza, you know, I'm disappointed. I am. They sold a lot of my players as well. Flipping heck, look all those out. So that was me who did that. You know, Regini left. Calderolas not spraying. Pelosi went. Insigne went for 43 million. Sansone went for a part exchange deal to Liverpool. Who'd they bring in? Emre Can. Oh, this is just getting worse. Oh, they've ripped apart the team I spent so long trying to build. And he didn't even play for Liverpool last year. Or maybe they've just done it, I don't know. But yeah, that's disappointing. But Ajax, the future is bright. Next episode will be the first game of the season. It will either be League or the European Super Cup. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And I will catch you all in just a little while for a brand new season with Ajax. Talk to you all soon.